Today is Friday, December 20th, 2024. We are up on Bangor Street in Gorham, parked under the power lines. We're the only car here right now. I didn't check the Trailhead parking because we've kind of gotten away from using it. Some neighbors don't like you to do it, and I just don't want to have an issue. So we're going to park here. There's space for, boy, I think I've seen as many as like 15 cars parked here. I don't know. It's all plowed out and there's not enough snow for snowmobiling. I think some snowmobile trails go through here and you don't want to block those. Same thing when there's no snow, there's ATV trails out here. So you have to be careful not to block those, but we're the only people here right now. Our other option today was going to be Madison, but clouds were coming in. It was clear when we drove by, but there were a lot of clouds. And then as we came around the corner and you could see the Moriah range, it was like a very cool cloud bank streaming over the side of it. So I don't know if we're going to get any views today, but that's okay. I haven't hiked since Monday, so it'd be good to get out. And I think some snow is coming in the afternoon, so we should be done by then, hopefully. Unless things go very wrong. So we're just going to walk down this way. It's like a 1/10 of a mile to the trailhead, and we're off. We are a mile up now, bare booting. The beginning of the trail is down to bare ground, but not very far. And then it was light snow. And back a ways, we just had a stretch that had a lot of ice flow covered by the light snow. So definitely, we're gonna need spikes coming back down. We'll probably have to put them on maybe around Mount Surprise. I don't know. There's some nice slabs going up there that I expect to need them on. This is looking across. I didn't zoom in at the presidentials. I can see some of the snow fields up at the top of Madison, but I don't think I can see the summit anymore. It's pretty gray. It's beautiful though. We are coming up on Mount Surprise shortly. I'm at 1.7 miles in. Lots of snow-covered branches up here. And we actually stopped and put on micro spikes at 1.2 miles in, just because there's like a dusting, although up here it's more like 1 to 2 inches maybe, of light fluffy snow, but underneath it, especially back there, it was like slabs of ice. So we just felt it was more efficient to have spikes on. And the only footprints out here are animal prints. So here's a bunch of squirrels. I've seen deer, grouse, smaller like moles or mice, and a coyote that walked the trail from the trailhead pretty much a mile up almost. But yeah, see, there's ice underneath. I'm going downhill now. All right. I think we'll get a view right up here. I'm going to kill this until we get there, though. We are at a view on Mount Surprise. There's going to be better views further up, but if the clouds come in, then we won't have any views, so I figured I'd shoot a video here. This is Mount Washington over here. And then, oh, I can barely see it on my screen. Adams is sort of kissing a cloud now. Yeah, it's in a cloud. And Madison is right there, not in a cloud. But I'm kind of glad we're not up there. And then we're heading up here, and I can see along a ridge over here, there's a lot of cloud. So we'll see what we get. All right, we're almost 2 miles in. We are about 2.37 miles up now. And Madison is now, the summit is in a cloud. So I think we're doing okay. If I come back a little bit, you might be able to see into one of the ravines. Sorry, I'm gonna try to pass you without wiping out here. There we go. You see a little bit of undercast right down in there. And then right through the trees here is Pine Mountain and Gorham, which is a 52 of the view. And then looking more to the north, it's brighter out there. Oh, I don't have a clear view. Right behind this spindly tree is Jericho Mountain. Kilkenny Range is behind these trees. There is I think a better view. Once we leave here, we're gonna go down and around and then climb. And as we're climbing up, I think there's one more good view looking back. What would I say about the conditions? There's a lot of ice. Under the snow. I'm wearing my sharpest micro spikes. They're not sharp enough. But I don't know how deep that snow really is.
I don't know if crampons would actually help.
I think there's a lot of rock still to wear crampons. I don't know. Ugh, it's going to be sketchy coming down.
Fast.
Fast. Or very slow. Yeah. All right, so this is not Mount Surprise. I think the view is better than the view on Mount Surprise generally, but there's a slightly better view a little higher up. But you have to stop and turn around to get it. So if you've got your head down and you're just climbing, you will miss it. All right, we are an hour and a half in. Okay, I guess I was wrong. There is actually another good view, and this one's better. There's another one higher up that you have to turn around to see, but this is the one I was thinking of. I'm at 2.46 miles right now. So there we are looking at the presidentials. Jefferson would be visible behind Adams on the left, but it's in a very thick cloud. And then there's Pine Mountain right there. We get the Kilkenny Range out in the distance. There's Jericho Mountain in the center. All right, and it's kind of a pretty open area. This was a little hairy climbing up that, but we made it. Okay, so we're about halfway there now. I think we're a little more than halfway now. And this is like the edge of the Moriah Range. You can see the cloud right there. So this is probably gonna be it for our view, but maybe if we're not in a cloud, we'll have a view over to Shelburne, Moriah, and out to Old Speck area. That'll be nice if we get it. I'm not sure that we will. Although the clouds are higher than I thought they were. Adams looks like it's clear. Madison is clear. Washington is almost clear. So who knows? All right. It's a good view though. We're a little under 3,700 feet of elevation. It's snowing pretty good, and we have hit the blowdown section now. The trail actually is over here. We just crawled through that big one there, but then this is a mess too. And maybe you have your Z seat and your knife. Yep. Maybe or your and your saw. On the way out, maybe we'll take care of some of that stuff. But
I don't have my phone.
You don't have your phone?
No, I don't right now.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Good. Okay. We just crawled through one, so you want to make sure you still have all your stuff. And we're also getting into the area where the trees are just bent over, so they don't actually need to get cut. Like this one is alive. We're up at the summit of Moriah. This is a little view ledge off to the left-hand side as you come up. And this is Middle Moriah and Shelburne Moriah, which is a 52 of the view. Some interesting undercast behind Shelburne Moriah, but over this way is like a little snow squall or something. It snowed pretty good at one point when we were coming up. And then looking out to the east towards Maine. And then the summit is literally right behind these trees right here. So I'm gonna walk over there and I'll shoot another video. Hopefully we'll have some kind of view of the presidentials, but I'm not sure. Okay, we are up on the summit of Moriah. There's actually a marker, I'm standing on it. I'll show it at the end. So this is that same view that we had on the ledge, but then you can swing around and basically get 360 view. So this is the bald face is right there in the center. Meter Ridge, Kearsarge North, coming around to the Wildcats and the Carters. Look at that cool slide on the back of the Carters. Really neat. And then Mount Washington is right in the center. And now Adams and Madison are in the center. And unfortunately, views this way are all in a cloud. And then down here, there it is, the summit marker. Okay, more spikes. Snowshoes would be a hindrance now. There's really not enough snow and it's not very compactable. And there are a ton of blowdowns, dozens of blowdowns in the last half mile. It's really terrible. We lost a trail once going around a blowdown. It's just not good. I would recommend sharp spikes. Sharper the better. I don't think there's enough ice for crampons, but sharp spikes for sure. Okay. Well, this was better than I thought it would be. I didn't think we'd get a view from up here, so pretty happy about that. So cool undercast between us and the presidentials. That. All right, we're gonna head down, have some lunch on our way down. Back at that last good view. And look how cool it is now. This is some neat undercast right here. And then Washington is in the clear. Actually, it was in the clear. Now it's not in the clear. A second ago it was in the clear. Jefferson is in the clear now, and Mount Clay. Clay is on the left center, Jefferson in the right center. And then Adams and Madison. Some cool undercast. This way. We have not run into any other hikers. We did run into two fat bikers who were heading up.
They weren't that fat.
We told them about the blowdowns, so I don't know how far they're going to get before they turn around, but quiet day and better views than I expected. There you go. That's so cool. I love it. We're back at the trailhead now. So there's only a couple spots that are like legal parking, which are right here. It's not super clear. And there's been some issues with landowners in this area. So the best place to park is down under the power lines. And it's right up like 3 or 4 houses up. On the right-hand side as you're leaving, and on the left as you come in. It's really obvious. Just look for the power lines. And that was a little over 8.6 miles for me. Really slow going.